Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is just basically I'm going to take you guys out with me because I have a blood test this morning and which I'd completely forgotten about, but I happened to remember really late last night. So that's great. So I'll take you guys with me in the car, and I've got a couple of other errands as well. I'll chat while I'm out and about with you guys. One thing, because I know I'll forget to mention it, one thing that's happened in the past couple of weeks since my last video is that the grass has been cut by the farmers in my land. So I've got like 2.5 hectares of fields, and the grass was getting as high as my shoulders, and it was a bit awkward. But I've spoken to the farmers about it, and they very kindly, they said it was too late to put cows on it because the grass had got too high, but they came round and they brought all their big machinery and they just cut all the grass in my land, so I can now walk across it with the dogs, and it's amazing, and I can start over. So that happened since my last video, so it's really awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna get in the car and take you guys with me to the GP surgery. Okay, so I've got blood tests today. I actually only remembered late last night. I don't even know why I remembered or how I remembered. I just had this intuition. I think I might have blood tests tomorrow. And then I dug out my appointments, and I have a blood test at 10 to 9. And it is basically already 10 to 9, so I better get going. I don't really want to film while I'm in the surgery. I don't think that will go down too well because I'm a new patient, so I'll just film again when I come out. Okay. Right, okay, so that was easy, just quick blood test there. So now I've got to come back in an hour for an ECG. I actually had to Google what an ECG was because I've never been given one before, and you probably know it's a heart thing. So they're gonna measure my heart rate. So no idea what that's got to do with multiple sclerosis. No one's ever given me an ECG for my MS ever. There we go, I'm having one today, but for some reason it's not till another hour, so I have to wait another hour. So I'm going to go and get a coffee because it's far too early to be out and about without a coffee. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and go back into town, grab a coffee, and come back to the medical centre. Actually, I forgot I have to go and buy a plunger because the sink's blocked. So here is this is a hardware store. It's a really good hardware store. It's quite expensive though, but it does have everything you need, and it's just 10 minutes from the house. Great, okay, so I've got a plunger. Didn't actually know the Spanish word for plunger. Went in there and I was just like, you know, the thing you put on your sink to unblock it when you've got with the air, and I was just like pushing down, and she was like, un desatascador. So now I know, desatascador. Atascar is when something's blocked up, so that makes sense. Right, coffee, this has gone on way too long now without any coffee. No, gracias. Muchas gracias. I find it quite weird to be out and about and filming, so it's quite good in the car because you can just sit, and I'm slightly hidden in the car. And it's just one of those days as well where it's grey and rainy. It's actually been really crap weather this whole month. The whole of June has been really rainy, and I know it's been across Europe, so it's not just Spain. It's not just northern Spain. Just waiting for the summer to start because it gets a little bit depressing. You start to think, this is not why I left England. I've been really bad at keeping on top of my videos. What was the last video? The last video was the year update. And since then I've had lots of people staying at Mushroom Manor and helping me there. First of all, I had my old friend Emma come to stay. It's a real shame because we did actually, both people who came to stay were really up for doing a video, but we just didn't get round to it because we were too busy having fun and partying basically. and so I didn't get any videoing done. It would have been great. So basically, Mushroom Man has had quite a bit of attention over the past few weeks, even though the weather's not been amazing. It's been a good couple of weeks, and progress has been made. There's been tears shed over the sink that is blocked. It's had like Ant try to fix it, and then I've had now 4 workawayers come and try to fix it since Ant, and it's not fixed. It's now blocked. So it's blocked with an air bubble. I have to do the washing up in the shower. So Emma came to stay. So she's somebody who I've known for nearly 20 years. And obviously that means I knew her before I got sick. She was one of the people who kind of pulled back when I was at my worst. So the thing is, in her case, it wasn't because she didn't give a shit. It was because I think she probably just didn't know how to handle it. It's hard for me to talk about Emma without going back down all of these painful lines of thought to do with my previous life. But it was amazing to see her. Like, being with her was healing on an important level. And it's lovely to know that she lives in Paris, so it's lovely to know that there's somebody here on the continent who is willing to hop on a plane and come and visit. I said to her, you know, let's just overlook the past 10 years. I'm glad she came. I'm glad she came. I don't know how to process the past 10 years, the people I lost, or the fact that I had to get cured in order to get one of those friends back. I'm angry with her for that. But I love her because she was like a sister to me, so to have her back is something really special. I just don't know how to process the fact that I had to cure my MS in order to get her back. How ungrateful does that sound? Anyway, the other person who came to stay is Pierre. So Pierre is a workaway who is going to help me get Mushroom Manor up and running in the absence of Ant, because I can't do this on my own. I need help. So I've been very, very lucky to meet Pierre, and he's come out twice now, and he's done a lot of great work. He met Emma, so the 3 of us had a real laugh together. That was really cool. Quite drunken, actually. Quite messy and drunken. They're both quite heavy drinkers, so I'm not, but I'm happy to have a couple of weeks to myself now and just get back on the straight and narrow. It's been a lot of partying. Anyway, so Pierre's come, and basically the idea is he's coming out again in later in the summer, and he's going to stay for like maybe a month, and we're going to basically go into business. He's looking to buy the other buildings that I have bought. See, it's an abandoned hamlet, but I don't own all the buildings in the hamlet. So he's looking to buy the remaining buildings, and we're going to set up a retreat centre. That's the plan. So Pierre is a godsend. He's actually a experienced builder. He's got 30 years experience of building houses. So he's absolutely fantastic for the job. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's full of enthusiasm and full of ideas, and I just feel really grateful that I'm not on my own for this mammoth project, because it is pretty big. And I never met, when I first came here, the plan was to obviously do this with Ant, but then I booted Ant out, so I didn't know what am I going to do now with Mushroom Manor. You know, I can live there myself. It's habitable, but to get it actually renovated and to get income streams going, I do need help. So I'm just really grateful that I have Pierre. Hi Pierre. I don't know if he's watching these videos or not. That's the plan. So we do have a plan going forward for the next few months, and he'll be back later in the summer. And anyway, so what I'm going to go do now, I'm going to go and buy some meat, because there's an eco meat place near here. There's this little town, which I don't want to say the name of, because I don't want people to know my location. in that much detail, but it's a lovely little town. It's got everything you need, and including an eco meat wholesale place where the animals are raised in good conditions and ethically slaughtered and all of that, and they don't have all these hormones injected into them and stuff. So I'm going to go and buy my meat, and then I'm going to go for my ECG, and then I'll go back to Mushroom Manor. Okay, bye. Hola, lleno, por favor. Sí, 95. Right, so now we are at the meat shop. So, got petrol, got plunger, had a coffee, and I'm going to go and get my meat. I'll take you in. I'll see if I can get some filming done inside it, because it's actually really cool. Let's go. Sí, ternera sola, gracias. Okay, so I have bought 2 kilos of eco beef, and that cost me €28.50, which I think is fairly competitive. Right, so there we go. So I bought my beef. I actually can't afford to get eggs from this place. Eggs here are twice the price of normal priced eggs. So I do get free range eggs when I go to the supermarket, but I can't afford these eggs. So I still haven't got my own chickens. That's still going to happen. The chicken coop I haven't been able to actually make secure yet, so I can't buy chickens to have my own eggs. That's something that's still in the works. But this summer I will definitely have my own chickens, because I cannot afford these eggs, and I'd rather shop here than anywhere else. Anyway, so now I've got to go and get this ECG, and I just want to get home now, make some eggs and bacon, because I've not eaten yet. Okie doke, alright, see you in a sec. Right, okay, well that was really weird. I went in to get my ECG and waited for ages, and they eventually called me in, and then she was like, right, you have to get naked. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you have to get naked so that I can do the test. And I was like, but I don't actually feel comfortable. Like I'm not comfortable. I'm just not. I don't know, maybe I've got body hang-ups, but I don't feel comfortable. And then I was like, I don't even know why I'm having this, because I've got MS. I don't know what it's got to do with having an ECG and having my heart rate and everything. And she said, you know what, I'm going to go and ask the doctor. She said, I feel sorry for you. I'm going to go and ask the doctor, and if it's not absolutely necessary, you can just go home. So she went and asked the doctor and came back, and sure enough, it's not absolutely necessary. In fact, it's bloody weird, and I don't need one at all, because what the hell has that got to do with MS? So they've just sent me home. So I've had a blood test, and I haven't had an ECG, and I could have gone home an hour ago. That's fine. I'm going to go home now and have some breakfast. Hello, Bozo. Hello, Bozos. You're a very good girl, Yasmin. And you're muy bien, Elon. But it's not dinner time for doggies yet. You have to wait. Yeah, I know that's what you want. You have to be patient now. Here we go.